Hello everyone, this is Creating Grin. Join us as we play Dungeons & Dragons, the 5th edition, around ye old table, throwing dice, telling stories, and creating legacies. With me as always, the Crit Crew, and to my left, we have...
I'm Bryan. I play Aimon Dreven, the aquatic half-elf bard paladin, and Aimon is looking forward to finding Tennant and getting a bunch of extremely powerful magical items and, saving the day.
You just got a sword.
Yeah, but, more is better.
And I'm Jason, playing Medusa. I managed to get my powers of turning people into stone under control thoroughly. I was able to defuse the situation with the Queen Mother with great deception, and now I lead my army of prisoners to this cottage here against the creek.
And my name's Katie, playing Ilias Eidolon, an Air Genasi druid who's a little concerned with how his party just seems to be telling everyone what we're doing, especially when it comes to possible enemies, but he's along for the ride.
I'm Maria. I'm playing Brilda Farseeker, the Drow Ranger, and she is just kind of thrown off guard because, I haven't thought about parentage in a long time, and now all of a sudden people around me are insinuating things about possible parenthood, and it's getting confusing.
Oh, are you expecting?
I don't know how that would be. Science, that's beyond science.
Welcome to high fantasy.
They've really come a long way with
children
this.
look like
Would there definitely be black cats? Definitely black cats. Those
Because
werewolf
I'm not
cats.
gonna lie, the drow, I was kind of thinking gray.
Do you like one of them big, what are the big, are they Persian cats? Big black Persian cats with little scrunchy faces?
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Oh god.
I think he's one of those light furs, not completely furless, but the werewolf cat.
Yeah, the werewolf cats. Those are cute. I guess I'll finish. I'm Ashley.
Oh yeah, who are you?
Playing Runa, the Tabaxi fighter cleric. And now I feel like I need to have a fun little mesh of Phyteric? I don't know. You've set the bar too high.
Oh, I'm sorry.
A clericer.
A clericer.
A clerker.
Glider.
Glider.
Glider! I'm a glider.
Oh no. Looks hot.
And I'm Eric.
Alrighty.
I am your wish version of Matthew Mercer. Just kidding. I will be your Grandmaster, or GM, for this chapter of your tale. So, chapter 42. The meaning of life.
I love it.
The multiverse.
I love it.
And everything.
I love it. I was about to say, this seems like this should be the answer to everything, right? This episode.
That's the goal.
So,
Don't panic.
last we left off, you all had stepped into the Shadow Realm or Shadowfell, had a brief, interesting encounter with two drow, one male, one female, one of them claiming to be...
Another Dark Mantle.
Yep, the other
Evil Queenie.
not really announcing himself in
Daddy
any which
Farseeker.
way, other than dropping a little nugget of curiosities towards Rilda.
No, Daddy Farseeker.
You
Been
have
established.
all made your way out of this kind of dilapidated village or town and traveled in the direction of the capable, uncapable hands of Flakes to a small two-building cottage beside a swift-moving, oversized creek or small river as the rain has torrentially been falling, soaking everyone to the bone. Tiny glow of light emanates from the windows. Trail of smoke comes from the chimney. Flash of lightning lights the area up, doing shadow play with trees as everyone looks around to think, oh, that's a creature, a monster. It's not. It's a rumble of thunder. Brings in the ominousness. So, your scene. What would you all like to do at this point?
I want to know if there's any change in the natural world. Has it changed as we go on closer to these this cabin at all?
It's the same vibe or consistency.
Okay.
The whole area is basically just gloomy and gray.
Okay.
There's really no peaks of bright colors, sunlight, or anything like that.
Okay.
The only thing you would notice, I'll give you this, is that the creatures get a little stranger
As you draw close to,
as you get away from the city, and you kind of
Okay.
get out into more of the wilderness or foresty kind of area, if you will.
A little more weirder.
Yeah, weirder things. Weirder things.
Weirder things.
Yes.
Stranger events.
Great.
Flakes is going to just roll up that piece of parchment map so that it doesn't get saturated or soaked anymore.
Good.
Protect
keep
it.
safe.
And it's very valuable. And she's going to start marching without reserve or hesitation, just right towards this small little...
Should
Ready
we
to get
let-
out of the rain.
Should we let her? Okay, let's.
Oh
She
yeah,
knows
no.
the guy.
Somehow it always works out.
Supposedly.
for her.
To him before, right? Like had a positive interaction, maybe.
Supposedly.
Okay. Sure.
Her memory
Go ahead,
does
Flakes.
not seem reliable, but
So as you guys
Like I said, she
stand,
just creates new events in her mind.
ironically 30 feet away from where she is, she knocks on the door. You'll see some shadows moving around in the kind of glowing windows. One of them. The door will open, spilling a little bit of light out through the door. You'll see the silhouette of what looks like a decently dressed, busty lady. And there seems to be a warmth as there's like arms that come out and hug Flakes. And she kind of like returns the hug or reciprocates it. And then she turns and points towards everyone else. And you'll see this kind of human female as she kind of looks out and kind of motions for you all to enter in.
Well, I'm heading in.
Sure.
yeah, it's
Do
cold.
this.
So Flakes immediately is in there and she's shaking all the water off. And then
Thanks, Flakes.
you see a very busty human female dressed
wench.
very, very modestly. And she says, "Oh, visitors, do come in. I've just put a fresh pot of tea onto the fire. It may be a little cramped in here with as many as of you there is what she says, but come in, warm yourself, dry yourselves by my hearth." And you step in, and basically it's like about a 10-foot wide hallway, essentially. That's about 15 feet long. There's a modest, in the very back of this hallway, there's like a modest kind of like place where you would hang supplies, like cleaning supplies, or even store your food supplies. It's very simple. And off to the left, maybe a few feet, 5-6 feet off the left, there's an archway opening. And then inside that, there is a small, quaint little cook station or kitchen for two. There is a bunk bed in here. And there's a tiny little kind of fire, like a fireplace. Probably just big enough for like a singular log, if you will. And it's warm in here. But it's very, very, very cramped, as if everyone is like squeezing in to take up all of
Space.
the space.
Okay.
Oh, it's been quite some time since I've seen you, Flakes is what she says. She says, "Yeah,
That's confusing.
brought my posse with me. These are them. Can I have some of that tea?" Is what she says. And she's like, "Oh, of course." And she goes over to the little tiny fire where there's a little pot kind of hanging over it. And she starts preparing the tea. "So what brings you back to my quaint little abode?" Flake says, "Yeah, we're actually looking for Tennant." "Oh. Well, he just went out to go gather some things. He should be back anytime now. Everyone here." And she starts, "Does anybody else want some tea?"
Sure. Ladle me up.
Okay, so she'll begin distributing tea, and she'll start pointing out and pulling out different things to sit on and make yourself comfortable.
What's the tea you taste?
Are you still looking like a Medusa?
Oh yes, I was waiting for you.
I had that look. So once it all, like, you filter in, and she's kind of like, she's overwhelmed, essentially, with all this, like, oh, I get to be a gracious host kind of thing in my house, and all these cute little things, and then she's like, oh, and then she immediately, like, backs into a corner and looks.
It's okay.
It's...
They're very
I'm
friendly.
gonna pull out
They're
my
with us.
little snake and be like, "It's okay, we killed the real one."
Oh, okay.
You would have been stoned by now. So.
Welcome, she says.
They're fine.
Oh, Knox, do the
Don't worry
face
about
thing.
No. Say hello. I'll say hello and have all the snakes.
So that makes her a little bit more uncomfortable. But after a moment or two, she's looking around and there's like this uncomfortable kind of silence as everybody's just staring at each other. And she's like, yes, he'll be back soon.
How long has he been gone?
Oh, he's been gone for 30 minutes or so. He usually does this early in the morning. He travels out to gather things for the week or the day or need be. And she's keeping her eye on the Medusa.
So I got a question. Yeah, like when you say that, he goes and gets things, this doesn't look like a place where like there's shops aplenty and resources. Like where exactly does one find strange things in this area?
There's a lot of strange things all around this area, is what she says.
Is he like shopping or?
He's a tracker, finder, hunter. That's what she says.
Okay.
You might not want to still look like this when he gets back.
You do kind of resemble some of the things he likes to hunt. That's what she says.
And based on what we know and how powerful, it might not be a great idea.
Fine.
And,
Turn back to the
what's your
normal.
name?
The blank Knox.
My name is Liara.
Laura.
Yes.
So,
How long have you been married to Tennant?
Several years, which is more than 3, is what I was told.
less than 10?
But there's a range.
Several years based on which time?
This.
I'm from here. I'm native to here.
Oh, okay. So that kind of clears some things up.
Neat.
Yes, and the one thing you will notice, my apologies, is her skin is very fair, almost to the point of on the gray side, as opposed to being like a soft, pale, like milky white. It's more of on the grayish side. Her features slightly darker or slightly sunken. Like she doesn't look like, oh, she's dead, but she definitely looks as if she's not one that would be like a sun follower or worshiper or either.
Sick.
No, she's not sick.
She's just a vampire. It's okay.
Not a vampire.
Vampire. Well, and you say he comes back pretty shortly. Do you mind if we, wait
Oh,
for
no.
him?
That's what she says.
What do you tell us about him? What makes you so happy to be with him?
Oh, he's such a lovely man. He's sweet. He always gets up in the morning and gives me a gentle kiss on the forehead when he leaves. And he's just so loving and nurturing and caring, is what she says. That's
Okay. Well, what kind of has he ever given you awesome stories of his adventures?
She takes a moment to think, and she says, he really doesn't talk too much about that. When I ask questions, he just kind of gives me simple answers and doesn't really go into too much details, and I don't really pry. I respect his privacy.
Do you think she knows how old her husband is?
It's a very small house, I can hear that. We're literally in one room.
Jeez.
Oh, that's true.
What do you do in your fun free time?
Well, Tennant will take me to nearby villages sometimes, in which we'll stay in a local inn and kind of live up the night, have a little nightlife fun, or gallivant around shopping and things as you would do, is what she says.
I'm thinking more in general, like when you're like, I don't know.
Hobbies?
Hobbies or what? Like, do you work?
I love to cook and bake, is what she says.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Do I smell any...
Bread on the stove? Well, of course you do.
Ooh.
We'll call it like a loaf of a lemon poppy seed loaf.
Mm.
How about that?
Ooh.
Is there a pretty thriving community down here, then?
I mean, in this general area, no, but there are places in which civilization thrive, yeah?
Are there big cities?
There are, actually.
Fun.
They're a little further to get
I guess we
to.
should clarify. What's a big city? 1,000 people, 5-story buildings.
She would say anywhere between 500 to 1,500 people.
How big was the Drow city? Tiered off.
Oh, it's pretty big.
Okay.
Like
So we're talking
Metropolis.
Hamlet size
Yeah,
versus.
this would be considered like a large village or Hamlet-esque. Yeah, not like a city and or a metropolis. No.
And how far away are those locations, cities?
Oh, the closest one is probably about 5 to 7 days travel on foot.
Okay.
A little less by horseback or steed.
Anything weird happen like 2 to 3 days ago? Surge of energy or magic?
We're in a giant monster.
Well, I was apprehended by a werewolf and held captive in the mountains for a while until
I'm so sorry
Flakes
to hear that. Are you
and
okay?
her friend. I mean, I'm here. Yeah, absolutely. It was Flakes and Liara that literally saved my life and Tennant's life too. Yeah, it was nothing. That's what you hear Flakes say. All in a day of a great ranger's work. As she's sipping away on his tea.
My eyes are gonna get stuck in the back of my head.
So as this is all taking place, you're going to hear like the latch on the door open and swinging in. You'll hear heavy boots kind of stomping and shaking the rain off. And all of a sudden he's like, male voices, "Whoa, who are all these people?" As everyone's like really tightly crammed in here. And she's, "Oh, dear, welcome back. These are friends of Flakes. You remember Flakes?" And he says, Yeah, I do. Yeah, they've come to talk with you. He's like, "Oh boy." And he moves through and he moves back towards that back hallway. Pardon me, kind of getting through there. And he goes and he moves like a large basket that's resting on the floor. And he's going to like reach down and he's going to like stick his finger into like a knot hole, and he lifts up and there's like, you can see a little bit of glowing warmth light coming from the hole in the floor. And he's going to say, "Excuse me," and he kind of makes his way into this hole.
Lorian, is this him?
Lorian.
Lorian. I'm
Oh!
asking the old man.
Oh, yeah, my brain, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry, hangover from all the drinking. Yeah, that's him.
Real quick, Tennant.
He's like halfway down here and he stops and he says, looking at you.
We don't mean any harm or any ill will or anything like that. And by the way, Lorian says hi. And sorry.
You can make an insight check. Anybody looking at Tennant.
Staring at
boy.
him awkwardly in the point.
What's your next check, Lorian?
It's a 14 for me.
12.
16.
10.
8.
10's all you have to, it's pretty readable. He's not hiding it. There's a look of dislike
Yeah.
as he says, "You brought Lorian here?"
He's
Well,
stuck in my
not
mind.
You'll see as he like drops whatever he was shouldering, just kind of plonks and down the stairs or ladder or whatever. And he's gonna take a turn and he's gonna slowly walk back up, like looking, and just close the hatch.
He's kind of stuck in my head. And
Tinkering around with something, no doubt. That's what Tennant was saying.
yeah, he was.
"What do you want, old man?" is what he says.
Isn't he also
I-
an old man?
Dude,
Maybe he was
anything? That's what he says.
He
Being lame.
just says he doesn't want anything.
That's a lie. He always wants something.
Well, I think, if I may, he would like to, live, and there's some issues that are happening back on the,
Yeah, the main material plane.
Yeah. So, being one of the wardens of Solaris, we thought maybe he would
Okay, everybody will see that he's like,
willing to help.
Secrets out of the bag.
I have a question. How long has it been since you saw Flakes?
He gives a time appropriate to match it, so he'll say a day, a little over a day or two, maybe.
Oh, I thought that
With travel
his
time
wife
back for.
said it had been years or a long time since she saw Flakes.
No.
So long.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, she said it had been so long.
Been a while.
Yeah, but like,
Well, to her, a couple days and not having people around, it's like, oh my god, human interaction.
Okay, just making
bit of a
sure.
hermit.
No, time will all work out
Okay,
without doing all the timey-wimey math.
okay. Sounds good. Never mind.
So who fucked up is what Tennant is going to say pretty boldly now. And he's going to like, you're looking at him, so you watch this with his hand, he's going to like do this kind of like flourish, and there's a tiny little like sparkle or channel of like energy that kind of fades off his fingertips right to that spot in the floor, and you'll just hear and he's going to like start pushing through, excuse me, pardon me, he's going to move in to where he can get himself a cup of tea.
Well, if we want to be technical about it, I mean, technically would have been Celestina. She stayed to
And how is she
watch
doing?
that.
She saved the whole city.
Yeah, she prevented the city from falling into the Underdark. And,
Most of the city.
But she didn't do her job, is what he says.
She
No.
was
Well,
gravely injured
there
at
was-
one point and almost died. But sure, she
Yeah.
didn't do her job.
I mean, there's a lot of extenuating circumstances.
Like
You know,
Lorian.
I wouldn't say that.
Totally his fault. Everything's his fault.
I mean, if we're getting down to brass tacks, technically it was a shadow giant from here that came and ended up causing the havoc and releasing him.
So, the Shadow King.
Yes,
Yep.
he came into the material plane.
With his little drow.
Yeah, who's now dead.
You
The
killed her.
Empress is dead. She's stabbed through the chest by him. He kind of blew up the well of magic and released the Prince of Demons.
So let's cut to the chase here, because there's a lot of people in here. It makes me feel slightly uncomfortable, is what he says. What is it you want from me?
Well, we hear that you were a large collector of many things.
So someone in that tablet has a big mouth. I do not have a big mouth.
No,
Huge
I
mouth.
believe Celestina told us that.
Was actually, yes, Celestina
Not
that
Lori.
informed us that you were a collector of many things.
That changes his demeanor.
And she said that you would probably be the best person to reach out to in order to try and get something that may potentially allow us to defeat the Prince of Demons.
And also, any kind of information would be great. And regardless of who's to blame and whatever the situation is, what it is, and we would prefer not for our world to dissolve into.
Well, your world ties with my world, so they kind of go hand in hand to a point.
And we all kind of died fighting these things before.
Not at least.
Why is there a Medusa?
I'm now
no.
changed.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Change back. Prince of Demons.
He looks like, oh man, okay, like I really don't want to be involved with this, but you all have valid points.
If you have anything,
Wait here. He's just gonna move, kind of pushing past people,
Cool.
and he goes back to the hatch. You'll hear the again. He goes down. Hatch opens.
do you need any help?
No, I've got it. That's what you'll hear. And he's for a few minutes, and then you'll hear.
What's the wife doing during all this? Just kind of sitting
Oh,
back
she's
being
just-
cute?
Yes, and she's like very anxious. Like I want to talk to people. Kind of like waiting for a conversation starter.
When he leaves and goes down,
Sure.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. I want to see how much magical shit is below this house.
When you cast it, there's actually going to be like something barricading or blocking. Like you feel like you cannot push past the perimeter. Does that make sense? As if there's some sort of magical wards or something that's like protecting it.
Okay.
If I notice that wifey's all like, anxious, I'll probably just strike up a conversation with her. Like, you want to talk about snails?
Sure, I love snails. We
What do you love about snails?
They taste delicious, is what she says.
I would never. I love snails too, but they're so cute.
What about mushrooms with faces on them?
I've seen some of those before in the
The
woods.
look of PTSD.
What is your favorite thing to cook?
Mushrooms and snails.
Mushrooms and snails.
She says, I actually enjoy roasting a good kind of boar.
Are there
That's what she
boars down here?
Oh,
Can-
absolutely.
Okay.
Are they
Absolutely.
like large? Like larger than
I mean, she gives the dimensions of what theirs are, and they're the same size.
material plane?
Yeah, she gives the dimensions, and it's the same size as a boar that you're familiar with.
That sounds
I mean,
delicious.
you would even see maybe some trophies hanging sparsely. I mean, there's some horns, maybe from elk or deer or something. Like he's a ranger, hunter, gatherer.
I think he's the best one.
So he-
I think
he
he's
comes
the
back.
best, the number one ranger.
When he comes
He's
back, he's
number
got a
one.
beautifully carved, kind of really vibrant color wood. It looks like a blue gray kind of wood, but when it like moves into the light, it has a rainbow effect or a sheen. Like it kind of changes colors. And he's gonna hand it over to you, and it's kind of forceful. Like puts it into your chest, Imon.
Okay.
And he's gonna go back to his cup of tea, and he's gonna pour some more. Ooh, it's beautiful. That's what you'll hear.
And what exactly is this?
This is the dark heart, is what he'll say.
The Dark Heart?
Yes. Pay attention, you're making this look stupid, is what you're going to hear from your head.
Okay.
So when you open it up, because it's not locked or latched, and you open it up, and basically it's about the size of a human heart, is what you see. It's not a human heart, but there's a hollow spot, and there's all these tentacles kind of twisting as if they're going to lock around something that's hollow and not in the middle, if that makes sense. And it can be worn. It looks as if it has like enough chain or whatever to be worn.
Okay.
I've been working on this for years, but I can't find the final piece to put it together and activate it. That's what it'll say.
Maybe somebody inside of you would know.
Oh, I don't. That's what he'll say.
Do you know
Apparently.
the final pieces?
I know what the final piece is, but I have not been able to find what you need.
What is the final piece?
You need the heart of a solar.
The heart of a solar?
Correct.
What the hell is a solar?
It's an angelic creature, is what he'll say.
Are they around here?
Not really.
I know that probably unlikely.
So a solar essentially is like a warrior angel for deities.
Huh.
Thus why I don't have one, is because they're not easy to find.
Yeah.
But this has been built and constructed to contain the power and the things of the heart when it is acquired. And if you use this will diminish the powers of the Prince of Demons and the Demigorgon that you're looking for, making them manageable.
Ah.
Okay. And like, I'm not familiar with the solar anatomy and everything like that. How recent of a heart does it need to be? Like how quickly do
That's a good question.
solars decompose? Do they decompose?
the solars that have been thwarted or defeated typically will vanish back to where they came from in a radiant light, sort of say. Now, everybody looking at Liara is going to be, she's like this is all beyond, because she's like, what? My husband kills angels? Like, it's this whole new world that's opened up.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna drink my tea. Okay. Well,
that sounds hard.
Thing.
What advice do you have other than just nerf him and then you gotta, like, what are your experiences? Can we sneak? Is he perceptive?
like solars just in general?
No, I mean like
the Prince of Demons.
The Prince of Demons. Like,
Oh.
what were your experiences
Before
prior
the
to
banishment?
chaos?
That was created or erupted on the material plane, he was a force to be reckoned with, even for some extremely seasoned adventurers.
Seems like he was heading towards something. Like he emerged.
More than likely, he was going to set up his lair,
Okay.
construct the throne.
Is that like a specific type of terrain or area he likes?
Whatever he wants. The only thing that I can tell you from previous experience is the last time that we encountered him at a lair, it was heavily affected by serpents, lizards, snakes. It seems to thrive off of it. So if you start getting into an area that is populated that shouldn't be with like reptiles and such,
then you know
you're
throwing
getting close to the lair.
And like these reptiles, are they like just normal snakes that generally congregate, or are they like kind of magic-y?
It can range from regular snakes to magic-y snakes to snake-like creatures, people that worship serpents, etc., etc.
Okay. Well,
Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. Do they have any daily habits that would help us know their movements of any kind? Like, did they feed once a week or sleep ever? Things like that?
Referring to the Prince of Demons?
Yes.
No, he's a mind fucker. He likes to play with images and manipulate your mental capacities, breaking you down.
Any advice on how to protect ourselves from this? My brain is not strong.
Find the heart of the solar, put it inside this locket or this amulet. There's a reason I'm here. I like to stay away from things, sort of say.
What plane are the solars on?
They would be in like a celestial type plane, is what he would say. Residing with the deities or the celestial beings.
oh boy. Well, a resident cleric might have a lead on that.
Yes.
Oh, you cannot be serious.
I
This
have,
was-
I have been
Send me. I'm perfect for this. They'll never
praying to
suspect.
my moon goddess. She's very, very forthright with me all the time. Answers all of my questions whenever I ask them. Complete sentences and gives me extra information too, because I'm a beloved follower, devotee.
I feel as if you two, as he points to Flakes and you, are related somehow. Are you siblings? Are you from the same litter? I don't know how this works.
We're gonna probably be like best friends.
Yeah, best friends. The bestest, as she looks towards
You're
Rilda.
gonna be friends all you want. Is there any other advantage of... Is there anyone else here in this plane while we're here safely
There's lots of people on this plane.
that can give us any kind of advantage or advice or help? I don't know.
We can hire them to take care of the problem.
Most people here are not going to be able to help with what you're looking for.
Okay.
The people that reside here or even travel here are on the seedier side of morality. Or have been trapped here.
Chances are very high that we're going to be in over our heads in
no doubt.
very short time.
Mm-hmm.
On a large scale.
Yep,
Is there
the largest.
any chance we could employ you to assist in saving the world when it comes down to it?
Listen, like I said, I have my reasons. I love my wife, as he looks to her and she's like beaming, like, oh, that's so sweet. I like my privacy and I like what I do. What you guys are about to undertake on is something I did many, many years ago. And I succeeded. But I had a lot more things and tricks, and it wasn't as powerful as it seemingly could be now.
All the more
Well,
reason.
So best of luck to you.
Nope,
Is what he's
gonna
gonna
be
say.
a list of all those tips and tricks. Thanks, bye. I'll sit right here. It's okay.
Don't get swept up in its gazes. When it looks at you, it's gonna mess with your head. You're gonna see things that aren't there, or things that are there.
Are there
that aren't
rings
there.
of mind shielding we could find or make?
I'm sure there's tons of magical objects and trinkets that you could find or acquire.
Oh, okay. Where?
There's entire continents and world out there to explore. That's what he says.
Specific places, place names.
I mean, you can start with maybe Merchant's Landing, or maybe Rosehold, or various other metropolises. on the
Rosehold was over to the east. I'm not feeling that one.
You can also travel in the Underdark. There are cities down there, which I'm sure your friend would know. Which really you would. Bless you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's the tea you're allergic, I know.
Yeah, I don't drink tea. I'm a water girl.
Okay.
Kind of a water. Stay hydrated. Hydrate homies.
Any
I told you, he's a prick, is what you're gonna hear in your head.
any the suggestions or advice or directions that you could point us in?
Any
and
free
to-
magical weapon?
Also, what's up with the queen, mommy?
I mean, he looks like, when you say free magic, he's like, I literally just gave you probably your biggest advantage in this fight, and it's very valuable. And if you guys fail, I have to be able to protect me and my wife, is what I'll say.
Oh, don't worry, we will most certainly fail.
No,
Any,
Count on it.
I'm
Count
not
on
wanting any more people in here.
any
How do
potential
we
like
kill a solar?
well, see, me personally, I'm hoping that we curry favor with a very old solar on the brink of death, and they willingly give us their heart. So, any suggestions on like how we might make it to the celestial plane?
Where's the nursing home for solars?
This, yes.
The celestial plane.
If you have someone who can commune with their deity, who is on the divine side, perhaps you can
Fuck.
That's not me.
request a favor.
I am the most divine.
Speaking like maybe an intervention of sorts from that deity.
Oh God.
No, that's unlikely. About 15% likely.
Might.
Oh God, I had the thing. Oh, what do you know of this Queen Mother and her person that's with her? They accosted us as we came through the hole.
He's going to look and he's going to say, which hole? And he's really intent on what you just said.
The barn hole.
Flake has a map.
He now turns into like anxiousness, as if he's kind
This
of
is struck a
this
chord.
conversation probably needs to end quickly, and he needs to go. Kind of anxiousness.
I've struck a chord. I didn't. What? Please go on. Like, we need every advantage we can get.
He's going to say, I've been tracking her for quite some time, ever since she crossed over into the Shadow Realm here. I know that her and her daughter are not at good odds with one another. And I know her intentions for her people are not as pure and honest as her daughter's. That's what he'll say.
Who's the companion with her asking for a friend?
The friend is you.
It is a personal consulate.
Do you know their names?
They had any children that they abandoned?
Was it Daddy Farseeker?
He doesn't know the name.
Okay.
These are things that are usually not revealed.
Just a heads up. They know you're here because they pointed us in this direction.
Oh.
That makes him feel very unsettled.
I mean, she seemed like,
That also kind of makes Liara like, what is that going to mean? More guests? You're like kind of confused.
Not good guesses.
No. And it is possible that she will still be at the same location, because she said if we wished to use the portal again, that we would owe her a favor. So
I'm guessing the favors kill Tennant.
I kind of feel like maybe, yeah.
let's do
Or
this.
kill Liara.
Yeah, probably.
So his demeanor changes as it goes into more of a fight or flight. It's now flight. So you see is that at first he was ready to fly, to go into whatever, and now he's like looking around. What can I pack up? How can I move? Where can I go?
We can help
You
you
can
with your
travel with
basement
us.
stuff.
Help us defeat the demon prince.
I think as you can,
I think you may have brought enough trouble as it is what he's going to say.
I feel absolutely terrible with the amount of trouble we brought, so I'd be very happy to assist in taking care of.
Oh, good move. That's what you hear in your head.
Also,
Bitch.
if she already knew where you were, you brought this problem on yourself, sir, by not being such a great ranger.
Hey, we want his
Okay.
help. No.
So he's literally, he's going to
Drink your tea.
stand, he'll put the tea
Here's
down.
a water skin.
And he's literally going to walk to the door, and he opens the door. He's like, I'm done
Leave.
here. It's time to go. That's what he'll say.
Alrighty, on that note,
Time to go.
we should
This
probably...
was wonderful
So
tea,
sorry.
Laura. Thank you so much.
Yes, thanks for come back anytime.
I don't think we're gonna be welcome back.
Yeah, he does
Leave
not
a
look
little
happy.
note where you are, and we'll come find you.
We gave him a heads up.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys will start filing out, I'm assuming.
I'm gonna go up to Tennant and forcibly almost try to hug him and be like, I
Yeah,
know, Flurry Blizzard.
he puts his hand out for a stiff arm. No. Right
Blizzard
palm.
says hi. Love you all. Heard so many stories. Still kicking around up in the mountains in the north.
Do you have anything to say about this, Flakes?
I'm gonna start walking out and turn back into
Flakes
Medusa.
Flakes goes up to him and says, looks down, and looks kind of sad. She's like, I'm sorry. They don't have manners like I do, is what she'll say. She'll walk outside. I still would like to become a Shadow Tabaxi.
Well, then if you want to stay in here,
Please do. Follow your truth, Flakes. Stay forever.
Don't come back.
Don't.
So you guys will hear the door slam once the last person walks out, which I'm assuming probably would be Flakes.
Probably.
And then the lights will get really low. There'll be a very, very low kind of glow, and you'll hear a bunch of things going on in the house. As the rain is still pouring.
Well, it could have gotten worse.
Thanks, guys, is what Flake is going to say as she kind of walks amongst
My
the
bad.
group.
I didn't do anything.
I don't like being blamed
He was
for things
really
I'm not blamed
cool.
for.
Well,
I mean, we could have said nothing and just let them all come for him.
Yeah, I don't like being blamed for things.
I don't think that she's going to be coming after Tennant. She's aware of where he was and didn't really care. I think she's either going to still be at the same hole, which personally at this point, knowing what we know, I say let's go for it.
Go for going to take a favor from her, or
No,
Sorry.
not take a favor.
do a favor.
No.
Like,
Just
kill her?
Yes.
Alright.
Just get
Yeah.
get that out of the way. and then maybe if we do that, we will have potentially create some favor with Tennant then, and rekindle that relationship.
Ambush?
No, I think we walk in like we're gonna do the favor, and then
Classic.
yeah,
That's kind of an ambush, kind of.
and then we let our assassin assassinate.
Assassin's no assassin.
That's my thought. And then we head back and maybe go to Merchant's Landing. Hopefully we can find a temple with a slightly more powerful religious individual that might be able to, point us in a direction.
I wonder if Delaeth can help from in there.
Yeah, I got nothing.
He says no. Unfortunately.
Delaeth
And
let us down.
Listen, I didn't want to talk too loud, but I think I have an idea on how we can find a solar. That's what you're going to hear.
Why would you?
What?
Who would you be whispering to? Who would you be not talking to?
Lorian, how do you know of a way to try to find a solar?
Yes,
Yes, how?
you need a feather from their wings. You can summon one with one.
Oh, okay. So
They're very expensive, so you better have a lot of gold in your purses.
Plus 2 longbow?
How's everybody doing on gold and that?
I'm rich. I've never had this much gold in my life.
Beautiful, because
43.
we're
That's
gonna
so
need
fat.
we're gonna need enough gold to found a kingdom to probably pay for this feather.
43.
That's pretty accurate, is what he's going to say.
I can afford everything I've ever wanted at 43.
Too bad it wasn't 42.
Great. How fucking cool would that be?
I have 270.
See,
I've got 278.
I've got some interesting...
I SMO of 345, so combined we're just over like 1,200 gold. So
Yeah, you're a little short there, buds. That's what you're going to hear in your head.
We have some pretty sick-ass things.
Is there a bank? I can go steal some shit.
This.
Ooh, yes, heist. Let's go.
Yeah, honey
I
heist.
love running heist. Watch our Tuesday live stream.
Vote Team Dusty.
Team Dusty.
Hashtag Team Dusty.
Pestrel.
Potentially the queen might be able to do something for that aspect. I mean, I know she's got an entire city to rebuild, but
now we want to talk to the queen. It
Use
wasn't
your
my
assets.
idea.
Use your assets.
But now
Good.
it's your idea.
so do we want to like go to a city down here, or we just leave?
that's up to you. I mean,
He didn't seem like he...
Like it.
Yeah, he didn't seem like he had any...
Tennant said it was kind of
we got like a
but then he also kicked us out.
5-day trip to the closest, which is like
Oh yeah, we should
a
probably just get back.
smaller
Yeah.
town.
If we're gonna kill her, we should do that
I'm on the other
first.
side, though, so...
If we're gonna kill her, though, we should do that first in case she tries to, like, leave that hole, and then we gotta track her down, and...
Well, yeah, I mean, we go. So my thought process is we
How much currency do we need?
Oh, we can use the other tunnels!
like probably I don't know.
Right?
I'm just gonna throw out a number of like 50,000.
That's exactly what you need. Just what you're going to hear in your
I mean, I
head.
can
Yeah.
send the Sendra and see if we can...
Borrow-
Requisition?
Yeah. I'm
On the note of
Can we
exploring,
get-
can we just go through a different
Maybe the
tunnel?
Syndicate has one lying around somewhere in their archives.
well,
So your Syndra Stone is going to begin to pulse a little bit.
You got a text message.
I got my
'Cause
text.
I forgot you sent something, and she said I'll talk to Albus about it.
Yes.
Correct? Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Good news. Talk to Albus. Albus says as long as you can speak with Tennant and let him know that Albus sent you, he'll be very cooperative, is what you're going to.
Of course,
Son of a bitch.
perfect.
All right.
Mm-hmm. I'm reading the Fellowship of the Rings right now, so this is giving me such...
I'll reply, we've made contact. Not great so far. We'll be back.
Stay tuned.
You cannot reply to this message.
All right, I'm going to...
So basically, you guys need to find, if you want to draw out a solar, the easiest way is to find a feather. You can purchase feathers because they do leave them behind in combat, so people do acquire them and will like say, "Oh, look, if you need your personal warrior to fight your war, you can buy one." But your bigger cities will lock them up and keep them safe. because I don't want anybody just stealing a feather and saying
Heist.
war.
You go back and knock on the door.
So,
There is
if we
no
go and
reply.
kill Mama, and then go back through the hole, and we can just take another tunnel, and maybe it'll plop us into a city.
You
Just say the
mean...
door.
One of the other
Albus-
tunnels under the
Albus
hole.
says, hello. And then I'll leave.
Okay.
Well, so I mean, yeah, we could go out and then try to go back in one of the other tunnels, and we'll end up somewhere else down here. But my thought process is, we go, we leave, we rest, and then we walk through a tree and show up at Merchant's Library.
Sure.
Yeah, we could just rest at the barn, right? Once we clear.
I mean, I know the way to leave this place and get us where we need to go. It's on top of a mountain with a Yeti.
We don't need all that.
That sounds fun.
I like it.
Yetis
I know why you.
good.
I know why you
Yeah.
like it.
Time is of
It
the
was
essence.
option B in my last time here. Is what she's gonna say.
Okay, so
It's also in my plan to become a shout out to Becky.
So go somewhere else. Find a Yeti. How long to get to that? Because this was like a 4-hour journey from
Yeah.
like the barn to here.
It wasn't like days, maybe. That's what she says, kind of quietly. under
Show me
her-
on your map.
She pulls out the map.
Is this
She's
to
got a
scale?
plan.
Like if I...
Absolutely, 100% to scale. It is not to scale.
Mm.
It's like I draw triangular mountains, X circle, dotted line, treasure map kind of vibe. Like
Okay, we're definitely going to keep this in our back pocket as like plan B minus.
that's the same thing Liara kept saying. Is we're gonna do. We don't have time.
Guys,
Anyway.
Yetis aren't that scary.
I'm not too worried about the Yeti, but the question is, you said it'll get us where we want to go.
Yeah,
Which-
get us back to the material plane.
Yeah, but where?
That I didn't ask. We could ask Tennant. Oh wait, we can. Is what she's gonna say.
Yeah. So,
Did you turn into Syndrome?
We're not getting.
Turn into
We're not getting
Celestina.
back down to that.
Now we have... I feel like Tennant might read through that.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I don't know if I want to expend the resources to travel 5 or 6 days to a mountain to kill a Yeti and then get back to a material plane in an indeterminate
Right.
place. So why don't we go with plan A, and then if it backfires, we will explore murdering a Yeti and appearing somewhere
I
in
think
our
if
world.
Plan A backfires, we'll be the ones murdered.
True.
Yeah.
Also this.
We just have to get back to the material plane, and then we just find a tree.
Right. Are there trees here?
There are. They're deadwood
Yeah.
trees.
We can just poof from here to the merchant city.
Anywhere right now.
After we rest, after we murder everyone.
I mean, you could, like I said, you could attempt to. Yeah. Okay.
well, does transport via plants work across
Yes, I think.
realms? As
We
well?
did it from the Underdark.
But that's technically the material plane.
Oh.
Still, like that's not a different plane of existence.
DM said yes.
Look it up. It says it on there. Tell you.
Same plane of existence.
Just
Same
kidding.
plane of existence. Okay,
Damn it.
Plus,
that's what I thought.
it
But
takes
magic's
6
wonky
of
right
my
now
7
anyway. Let's
charges,
just
and I
try.
only get 1d6 of
We might still-
1d6 plus 1 charges daily at dawn.
So,
Okay, we'll be at the
potentially
hole.
like two. Yeah. Okay.
So
Maybe we try and end up in the celestial plane.
Can't get to the celestial plane if I don't know what the trees look like up there.
But we just start taking portals, see if we get to the celestial plane.
I like it. That's what Flakes is gonna say.
Oh my god.
This is asinine.
That's how that
That's what you
works.
hear in your head.
It is
Are we going to kill
unwise.
this lady or not?
Yeah, I feel like a little good murder will help clear our heads maybe, and
Or we just YOLO and go through. And don't worry about her.
that's another option
And
too.
let Tennant deal with her.
But if
We can
she's
be very
still there-
sneaky.
Yeah, if she's still there, then
We
we'll see
can
what
be very
happens.
extra super sneaky.
All right, let's just start heading back that way.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll lead. Or
Survival
I
check.
will 10 feet behind Flake's leads. And,
Survival check.
oh, natural 20 for me.
Roll
That's a
good, because she
20.
didn't roll good. You literally
26.
you just put your hand on her head and go whoop, like a child. Oh yes,
This
sorry.
way. Yep.
Sorry,
You just misread the map.
distracted.
It's okay.
Yep, totally.
Got you.
And after the same amount, I think it was like 3-4 hours of travel, you guys will find yourself back into the same location within 50 feet of this big barn.
I'm gonna go ahead and just cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us.
Sure.
Anybody within 3 feet or 30 feet gets extra 10 points on their stealth check.
Just trying to sneak through. And
We can, yeah, my thoughts are let's try to sneak and then
go from there.
blow it up if we need to.
We all want to try and see if she's there first.
Yeah, I'll sneak.
Up.
Yeah, I'll.
Be a little sneaky snake.
Perception's pretty good.
Do you want some guidance?
Sure. I'll sneak up
Some guidance.
as quietly as I can.
Would you also like to be #blessed?
Sure. I mean, give me all those extra
Who else
dice.
would like? Well, what is bless only lasts up to a minute. We'll save it for combat.
I'm blessed just by being in your presence, my darling.
Just in case the DM needs it, I do have alert.
Okay.
Just
Okay, you can't be surprised.
Extra D4 with guidance.
Okay, extra D4 with guidance. Okay, so yeah, I would like spoop on up to try and get inside, try to not get inside, try to get a look inside. If there's a window or
There's only the doors. There's no windows.
or get a sense.
It's very quiet. It's very dark in there. There are no windows, just the doors that are kind of still swinging lightly into the breeze.
Do I sense any life? People? Intelligence? Anything?
I should probably sneak first.
Medusa!
You don't.
Medusa!
Alright, I'm gonna sneak in.
Can you be one of the other weird creatures we've seen before and just pretend to be a weird creature?
Just coming in to do a little
Like
sniff
the
test.
royal, you could be the royal drow that you imitated. Hello, I'm of nobility.
But I'm gonna sneak in.
Okay.
I'll change.
Hello, fellow
my-
nobles.
It'll be a female drow though, because I've got the Medusa clothing.
Oh, here, do you want a trader's cloak? I've got one of those. Unless you also.
No,
have
I
a
can throw my
wardrobe.
cloak back on. That's right. I can still have the gear on, but the robe can come on. All right, sneak. 23. No, 33 with pass without trace, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm up close
You're
to the
going
building.
into sneaking in, or
Yeah, sneaking in.
yeah, it's quiet. There's really no sign of activity.
And I'm gonna just make my way over towards the membrane, the hole.
Yep. So you go into the back wall that is darker than dark, and there's no reaction.
I'm gonna continue to keep my eye out, but then kind of signal to the rest of them shh, let's try, I guess. It seems okay. Nox made it.
No, we don't.
So there's no
Anyone want some guidance?
No, you can't be surprised.
Yes.
right, but I'm coming back, so I'm gonna sneak back.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on that one.
Even with plus 10?
Yes.
Okay. Oh boy.
But I'm sneaking back. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
Okay,
We're gonna collide in the middle.
That's better. It's not great, but better. Alright,
I
so
was born for this with my unique coloring.
Same.
Dappled sunlight shadows.
What do we have? Stealth checks. You guys are sneaking in, right?
28.
Yep.
37.
Yeah.
23.
Yep.
24.
Okay.
33 to sneak back, and I guess meet them in the middle.
Yep.
Boop!
Yep. Yep. As everybody's literally in the middle of this.
Okay, let's go. No hesitation.
Okay. So you guys are gonna go press through.
Yep.
Yes.
Who's leading the way?
You. Oh wait.
I'm returning.
Oh. I will go first. I don't
Okay.
mind.
Who's following?
You're not right.
Who's behind me? Come on, Flakes.
Yep.
Okay. Flakes. Then who's following after those three?
Ilias.
Okay. Next.
I guess me.
Yep.
And
Okay. So you guys will press through. And the first person in, you feel as if your lungs are filling with gel, and you just cannot breathe until you get that panic, I'm going to suffocate feeling, and then you kind of spurt out on the other side. And then you feel a bump in your back as Flakes Runa flies out of
I
it.
hate that.
And then again, another Scooby-Doo bump as the next person. And you guys start migrating further and further until each one of you have kind of been birthed into the material plane.
Awesome. Yeah, so... Do we have any, like, signs that she was there, present at all? Like, did she make any moves, anything like that?
No.
Okay. Well, hopefully she doesn't, like, curse us, put a, like, favor on our head that we don't even know about yet.
Yeah.
Sick.
So you find yourself back into moving out towards the sounds of the waterfall that gets louder and louder and louder. And after...
Which tunnel did we come out of?
Right
you would
tunnel?
have come out of... If you were facing the waterfall, it would have been the left. If you flipped it around, it would have been the right.
So we came out of the same one.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you would have come out on your left, but then...
Okay, no trickery.
No, it's accurate. The right tunnel going in... Yeah.
I'm definitely still stealthing, but I'll go ahead and, like, move forward and just kind of peek the underwaterfall area to see if there's any activity.
No. It's all quiet and it's dark.
Okay. It's dark. When we came in, it was morning.
I'm pretty sure it was like...
Yeah.
Right.
And we were there, we've experienced 8 hours-ish
Somewhere around there.
Potentially, yes.
down there. Okay.
No more than 10. Somewhere in that window.
So, okay.
What day is it?
Don't know yet.
Don't know yet.
We're about to see our past selves jump off the waterfall.
No, not
Oh, no! Time loop!
Or go into the woods a little bit away from the waterfall. I can
And
drop
the
a tiny
portals.
hut.
The multiple portals to different enmity.
Yeah, let's go out from the waterfall, go off into the woods a little bit off the trail, and I'll throw up a tiny hut.
Yeah.
I would suggest she tries the portal first just to see if it's the same day or not.
Oh, the transport?
Yeah.
Oh.
Does it work
It's
that way?
her
'Cause
long
that's at
rest,
dawn. So is it wherever it's at dawn?
We don't know how many days have passed since she used it on this plane.
Correct. I mean,
We don't know. We don't know how it works.
Yeah, just
I
try
don't know
to
how that matters.
try to open up a tree.
okay, I guess I'm gonna try and open up the tree back to the refuge camp or wherever we came from.
The refuge camp. Aren't we going to Merchant Landing?
Oh,
It'll
you wanna
open.
go to the...
No,
some time has passed.
We wanted to
Yes.
go to yeah, I mean, we need to talk to Queenie to get
Gold.
gold.
Oh, yeah. Acquire currency.
Yeah.
So it will. Yeah, we'll make
So it
sure-
does. You guys,
Ah,
it'll open up.
That's
Gotta go.
Oh, that's
go. In.
off-putting.
go, go, go!
Go, go, go!
So everybody, have I broke your brains yet with the time? Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe.
100%.
Great, good.
Do you want me to do, the Wild Magic?
We've come
Yes.
back 50 years in the future,
Yes,
and
yeah.
the Demon Prince is now collecting taxes from our
No, I'm figuring 10 days.
An hour a day.
Yep.
19.
Very good.
That's what I'm figuring.
You spill out into the refugee camp. You can definitely see evidence when you come through. When you reorientate yourself, you can see that there's definitely been some significant progress made.
Oh, boy.
It's at least been days.
Okay. Well, yeah. Let's go to the Queen.
Try to get an audience.
See if we can get an audience.
Sure.
And then go from there.
Yes.
Alright.
Before we leave the refugee camp, I'm gonna see if I can find somebody that was there when we left and just ask, like, when's the last time you saw me?
About 3 days ago.
Okay.
Cool.
Alright, that's not terrible. I can do 3 days.
As a
Alright.
matter of fact, I think the Queen is looking for you all. That's what one person's gonna say.
Also,
She was walking around looking because
Any-
there was a note given.
any major events going on while in that time?
We're city's healing.
That's
Yeah,
good.
things
We
are
love
moving
that.
good.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we will hopefully cross paths with the Queen very shortly.
Okay. Saving some time. We can montage you guys looking for the Queen or getting an audience with the Queen. There are a lot more checkpoints to get access to the Queen than there was when you first got here. But you will eventually get led to her by Gravos, which is her general, or it's her brother, essentially, who's leading everything. And he says, "My Queen, team set." She looks exhausted, as if just the mental strain and everything is like gravely kind of pulling on her. Friends,
Hello.
what can I do for you? And she just kind of moves over to a nearby chair in this kind of large, noble-like tent that's been set up as a kind of makeshift, and she just kind of plops down, slinking a little bit in her posture.
Word was you're looking for us. Did you have...
It was a note left several days ago. 3,
This is true.
to be precise.
Just to kind of give you an update on where we were going and what we were doing.
Do you have progress?
Um,
I could really use some good news.
kind of, yes.
We have tidings.
We went into the Shadowfell. We met with Tennant.
Oh, how's he doing? There's a super nice guy, kind of like a light of light.
Yeah, he's doing well. He's a little distraught. He's also one of the wardens of Solaris. That very one Tennant from the olden stories, if you're familiar with those.
I'm gonna say she's really not.
Yeah, so he's like 900 years old, approximately.
Save the world once, you know.
Save the World Once was actually part of the party, friends with Celestina, that banished or imprisoned the Prince of Demons.
So this is all news. You can see like info. She's taking this all in like, what?
Yeah. So we met with him. He gave us the Dark Heart, which is an artifact he has been working on that will potentially diminish a lot of the Prince of Demons' power. But we need the Heart of a Solar.
Oh, okay. Just the heart of a solar.
Just the heart of a solar.
So
Seems simple.
we're probably we're gonna try and talk with the syndicate and see if maybe they have anything in their possession. But I was wondering if we might be able to have a
Truckload of gold.
well, I was
Wagon load.
A small loan
Sorry.
of 50,000 gold.
I was going to say, because it'll be a bit of time before we get to where we're trying to go, like a note of debt of 50,000 gold
So credit.
credits. Yes, a note of credits.
I owe you.
5,500 sounds a lot better than 50,000.
My queen, if I may interject here, is what you heard Gravos say. And he walks over and she's like, "Listen, go ahead." And he kind of leans in and begins whispering something into her ear. And her face is like doing all kinds of expressions. You're more than welcome to either listen into said private
Yes,
conversation,
absolutely,
make insight checks,
Insight?
or perception, your choice.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Oh wait, no, guidance is only a minute, right?
Yeah.
I only got a 9.
11.
8, I think.
Nat 26.
Nice.
On perception or insight?
Insight. Both of them are the same. Insight
Okay,
and perception.
I'll say that you're going to be able to read the body language from the queen, and it's like, what, really? You didn't? And you actually hear the conversation. He says, "My queen, I believe I know of someone who might be able to help these people. I've met them while traveling. They carry with them a feather of a soul, and they protect it. And yeah, okay. And that's kind of how the conversation is going to go. He's going to step away, take his post up, and she's going to be like, "Well, according to my general here," kind of doing the sister-brother kind of look, "I may be able to do you one better and just find a way to present you with said feather of a solar."
Well, that would be extremely helpful.
I would skip a step.
Yeah.
It seems as if Gravos has encountered someone or knows of someone who may have one in their possession and is protecting it.
That would be fantastic.
A paladin is what she says,
Paladin, okay.
by the name of Amaret. And apparently, they're in a small fishing village named Tethira.
Uh-huh. And where...
She's gonna give you basically and say it's along it's like if you split between the waterfall and the eastern path that the Demigorgon took, it's like right in the middle. So it's like not extreme northeast where the waterfall would have been or whatever. It's like in between there.
Okay.
It's a small little village. There's a lake. Very large lake is what she's gonna say. Named Nadia, Lake Nadia. Nadia.
And what is this nature of your relationship like with this guy? Are we friendly with him? Is
Looking towards
Gravos, the paladin?
You're looking to
and-
Gravos?
At the queen.
I haven't. This is the first I'm hearing of. It's what she's gonna say. I didn't even know anything about this.
Oh, okay. What about you, Gravos?
He looks a little embarrassed, but he's gonna say that this paladin helped kind of save his life at one point.
Okay.
In my youth, is what he says.
I'm sure that's a tale for another time too. That sounds great.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So how do you think he might take to 5 adventurers traipsing onto his areas and asking for his most coveted item?
I don't think he's gonna give it up willingly, but I think if you have a good enough reason. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Your tithe is right here.
How's your purposely forgot, folks?
Are they
Probably
who was their
purposely,
allegiance
actually.
to?
His allegiance was to his oath.
What was his oath?
I don't remember. It's been quite some time.
The
What'd you say?
Oath of
I said the oath of throwing
philanthropy.
it back.
Oh, okay.
Philanthropy. He just gives away all of his material possessions.
I don't think that it's material as much as it's protected. Okay. Well, you want to go with us
Making our way
and see your savior again for another time in your life?
You're asking the queen?
The Gravos.
No, I'm needed here. That's what he'll say.
Okay. Never know.
Times how far away? Like days?
Couple hours.
Couple hours?
Couple days.
Couple days.
Yep. Couple days on foot.
You said it was northeast, but not quite to the falls.
Correct. So northeast would be the falls. East, it's like right in between. So that's what is that?
northeast east.
Northeast east, northeast.
Northeast.
East northeast. There you go.
Yes.
See? Stay in school,
And
kids.
or northeast.
There's like the thing, and like there's the track that the Demigorgon, right? Demigorgon's right.
So I'll talk to Sendra. We're back. Found a way to get a feather. Tennant not happy.
No, we need the feather.
Well, found a way
Doesn't even
not
matter.
to
Say
need
it.
50,000 gold.
Okay.
Oh, either.
The reply would be like just jingling of coins and bags. Oh, that's great. Put it back. Go back.
Wait, I wanted that.
We'll still take it. I mean, if you got it all together, all the trouble. Okay, well, should we go and what should our...
We should just go. I don't know if anything else to do.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we need to head there and see if we can convince him to use his feather to summon a solar, and then try to convince the solar to give us their heart.
with our knives?
I would much prefer to go a
Honey, I'm
diplomatic.
Maybe
you on
the
this
solar
plane
has a
with
different definition of what heart is to them. Maybe it's
also
not a
true.
physical heart. It could be a possession. It's a prize.
That's an inspiring thing there.
Ah,
That's a very inspiring thing.
Nice.
That would be
See?
fantastic.
We don't know if that's true or not, and I've got inspiration, so it doesn't matter either way. So I did not say that this episode. I said it next episode.
I mean, this is
Here's my inspiration.
I mean, this is like the shape of a heart, like ish.
It
but,
is.
You know,
Like I
We're gonna
said,
have to steal the Celestial's
Maybe
child.
it's just their being goes into it.
yeah, their essence or some sort.
Honey,
I know how
I need you to
much-
stay alive. I feel like the decisions you're making do not keep you alive with me.
Is there anything else you guys are going to do?
I will step aside and talk to the queen and say, "Where's my bow?"
Oh, Gravos. You can go find your bow.
Thanks, Gravos. I'm just gonna take
He'll
that.
bring it back to you after a few moments, present it to you in a nice protective box or thing, and he says, "We were able to recover this. Here."
It's so you got it clean. It's
Flake
so
is gonna walk up
beautiful.
to you, Runa, and be like, "Hey," puts her arm around you and says, "I think it's time for you to fly out of the nest," is what she says. So
I left first. You followed me.
I'm gonna stay here and help the people here. You go save the world, okay?
The best ranger in the world should stay to protect the people, if I'm being honest.
I've trained you very well. So don't let us down. Keep us safe. That's what you hear as a little tear kind of wells up in her eye.
I hear a little taste of my medicine blood.
Okay, Flakes.
Mm-hmm.
I won't. Actually, I'll probably let you down, let's be honest. I might not survive this.
She gives you like a big around the neck kind of squeeze and hug, and there's a moment.
I'm gonna whisper into her ear, "Get with the queen."
She kind of goes back like,
Wink.
Quick convention.
I don't comprehend what you're saying, but okay. That's what she'll say.
Give her a bath.
A wink back like, I gotcha.
He starts licking her.
What? Yeah. That's okay.
That's a whole nother audience. We're just
Yay.
okay.
Put those hashtags on there, it's fine.
Yeah, that's right. Let's get some fanfic or fan art.
Hashtag cat bath. What?
That, you know.
Do we?
Okay.
So okay, as we leave, are we gonna just go and knock on this guy's door?
Can we take a nap first?
Probably.
I mean, yeah, it is
We have to.
nighttime. I mean, it is nighttime. We have been wandering for, many hours and technically are still soaking wet.
Yeah, we should
Mhm.
dry
Leave it
out.
on.
I didn't get
I
stabbed yet.
absolutely fluffed my fur out.
So a long rest.
I'm just
Sure.
Let's take a long rest, and I'd like everybody to give me a wisdom saving throw during your long rest.
Oh, I did want to ask the queen if there are any royal treasures that would help,
I'm dead.
mine shrines. And
The deadest you can
fortify
be
the
when you roll a
mind,
check.
or-
She will tell you that there are some. They may have some in their vault, but they're still trying to recover things
Yep, we're both
from
dead.
debris.
So have a
So
good
she will
life.
keep those in
I rolled a
mind.
1. So there's doesn't
An
matter.
inspiration? Nope.
No, I don't. I used it.
Yeah, he is.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
Do I want an inspiration? No.
What you guys got?
What-
What's everybody got?
18.
It was save
Yes,
Okay.
wisdom saving throw.
16.
Okay.
Is this technically
Plus
against
8.
being charmed?
Yeah, I am too. Also this.
The
The
Charm
charm and
thing.
magically.
No, you're not being charmed.
21.
It's good.
3.
I rolled a 1, so it's a 7, but
So the two of you are riddled. The entire party is riddled with bad dreams when you sleep, but the two of you are presented with unbearable, unmentionable nightmares that cause you to have no complete long rest, and you gain an exhaustion point.
super cool. I dreamed that I had to talk publicly. And you weren't even there to encourage me.
I just assumed you
That's how you know it.
continued replaying
Over and over
Runa
again.
dying over and over and over
I'd
again.
rather die than speak publicly.
Okay. So,
She was with me.
2 of your party exhausted.
Well, you
Rest
guys
of you
look
wake
terrible.
up rested, but kind of unrestful sleep, if you will.
Remind me what exhaustion does.
It starts a
level-
process.
I think you can go up to the
One.
top with add conditions. Yeah.
At level 1, we have disadvantage on all ability checks.
Sick. Yeah, it just says like.
Just ability check.
There it goes. Okay.
Yeah.
Ability checks. Yeah, I don't like lead the party everywhere or anything. No big deal.
Yeah. And, you know, once
It's
once we-
okay. I'm trained in survival.
That's good.
next time we'll be slower, you know, and then eventually it leads to death
Yeah, so that like
Told you.
in
Ring
6
of-
days.
spell story or ring of the mind,
Would be good.
fortification, protection.
Okay. Well,
Is everyone ready?
Good news. I got all my
Could-
charges back. on
Could
the
we
staff?
could we
nonsense.
boop down to Merchant's Landing and see if we can get some ring of mind protection type thing?
would that have been able to breach us through a tiny hut? Because we were tiny hutted, weren't we? Or
No,
no?
we were
No.
going to, and then we found out that the staff worked, so we just moved that instead.
And then just stay in the refugee camp as we had the past few other times. While we could maybe move down to Merchant's Landing, that all depends on whether or not staff recharge. We wouldn't be able to move back. No, not boop. Boop. We're not boofing here.
Speak for yourself.
We wouldn't be able to boot back until the next day.
You do not know real love.
You know,
Let's just go see this person, and then maybe he has some fun stuff besides the fetish.
Yeah, true. Okay.
And then we can boot down.
Maybe it's me being a cynical drow, but I don't really feel like he's just gonna come up off this feather lightly. Like,
Well, no, but like into the world,
yeah.
Right.
hopefully.
We'll see.
Not like hopefully into the world, but hopefully that encourages him to just be like, sure, from the graceness
We're
of my
off to
heart.
see the paladin.
it's a wonderful pally of Oz.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys gather your gear, gather everything you want to take with
Somebody
you, and
else,
start
please
out heading
guide
eastern
us.
direction once again.
God, it's you can take a break, my love.
Yeah, you can barely.
Rest yourself.
My eyes are blurry.
So we will, like 2 days ish is what you were told. I think it was like 2 to 3 ish day. 2 days, couple days. We can montage this to kind of speed up the process if you guys are okay with that.
Sure.
Sure.
Uh,
We need 2 wisdom saving throws.
you do need 2 wisdom saving throws.
God, please, Jesus, Holy Mary of Joseph.
Hey!
It's cocked. That was on the floor. I'm rolling a different dice. Oh my God. Wisdom saving throw.
That's correct.
Disadvantage though, right?
It's a skill ability is a wisdom
Check.
as well, is it? Saving throws?
Huh?
Is it
Just ability.
Just
checks.
abilities.
Okay, well, that's
Yeah,
good.
it's at exhaustion
Yes.
3 that we have saving throw
Right.
disadvantage.
Okay.
All right, let's start
Maybe
with
this worked.
I'm on.
15.
Good.
15 and 15. I rolled twice. So should I just
Oh
roll?
no, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. We can do it that way.
Night 1, 15.
And
Okay.
you will remove an exhaustion point because you got a
on
successful
the
one.
first night.
Yep.
Yes. Night 2, I get an exhaustion point.
Okay.
That's a 4. So I'm
So
back to 1.
Remove one, get one. Okay, let's go to
my spells
Ilias.
are back.
Well, 27 the first night,
Yeah, that's good.
and then 18 the second night.
And that's good.
13 first night.
And that's a fail. So you're up to 2.
Okay, well this one is 20, so that's down to 1, right? The second
Yeah,
night,
you're back to 1.
30, 20.
Yep, back to 1.
17 and 17.
Okay, you're good. So Imon's removed his.
No,
They're both back.
Oh, you're both
They're
at
both
1.
at one,
Okay,
yeah.
well that's good. There was no
It's
further
like every other
damage.
night I can't sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I dream
So
terribly.
as you guys are getting towards that last, like you pick up like the next morning because you were just exhausted. You guys pick up that. You're gonna take that last probably half mile, quarter mile march to this place. that is when you see kind of running, just full sprint, this tiny little creature. Looks like a female dressed in this beautiful looking armor. The best way to describe it is it looks like an axolotl charging right at you.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
And
whoa.
behind this axolotl female-like creature are two kind of smoking, familiar drow shadow blades.
Yep. I'm gonna
think-
run in and intercept them.
And I think that's where we're going to go ahead and end this chapter of our tale. So, thanks for watching Creating Grin. Click the subscribe button down below. Yeah, that's right. Smash the bell button.
I'm doing my
so you
motion.
can keep up to date on the newest episodes. Leave us a comment.
Watch a live
Thumbs
stream.
up the video. all
Tuesday
those
nights.
things. Yeah, Tuesday night. Hashtag Pass Patrol.
Hashtag Team Dusty. Everybody know that.
Can't watch the newest episode when it releases? Fret not. We got you covered. You can follow us on your favorite podcast provider. Check us out on our socials. Facebook, Instagram, Threads at crit_eating_grin. We're on TikTok at Creating Grin, all one word. And until next time with our special guest, keep on grinning.
Bye.
Bye.